Our rivals are tough, they're tenacious and committed to the long term, but so are we. With the strategy I am announcing today, we are declaring that America is in the game and America is going to win.
Trump unveiled his administration's first national security strategy, focused heavily on protectionism in what Trump called a new era of competition. But there is one piece of that policy that doesn't really square with the president's personal opinions, the part on Russia. Keith Bogue takes a closer look.
The president's speech was cast as a return to Cold War hawkery, with a focus on Russia and China. Donald Trump is no stranger to tough talk, but in this case, the talk was tepid.
We also face rival powers, Russia and China, that seek to challenge American influence, values, and wealth. We will attempt to build a great partnership with those and other countries, but in a manner that always protects our national interest.
Hardly a battle cry. The toughest part was this vague promise.
We will stand up for ourselves, and we will stand up for our country like we have never stood up before. Thank you.
The U.S. has, of course, stood up for itself in 2 world wars, the Cold War, and perhaps recklessly in response to the 9/11 attacks. Still, Trump's comments today were somewhat stronger than his foreign policy tweets about Russia. When will all the haters and fools out there realize that having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing? They're always playing politics, bad for our country. I want to solve North Korea, Syria, Ukraine, terrorism, and Russia can greatly help, he tweeted a few weeks ago. So it makes for a curious question. How did the finer print of the National Security Strategy document wind up saying this about Russia? Although the menace of Soviet communism is gone, new threats test our will. Russia is using subversive measures to weaken the credibility of America's commitment to Europe, undermine transatlantic unity, and weaken European institutions and governments. Russia continues to intimidate its neighbors with threatening behavior, such as nuclear posturing and the forward deployment of offensive capabilities. President Trump has never said anything remotely like that in public. Maybe he really does recognize the threat of Russia. More likely, that's the work of the military and foreign policy minds who've taken over the key roles in Trump's White House. Keith Bogue, CBC News, Washington.